This semester we're running the beginning steel band. We have the African music and dance ensemble. We have the Brazilian ensemble, and we have sort of a new Middle East hand drum ensemble that we're doing. So it was a little bit more difficult there because everything last semester was about 7 or 8 people, for most of it. So most of it there we just we went through a variety of styles. We went through a variety of pieces, but we didn't have any performances. Partly because the groups were so small. We didn't have, if we only had 4 people in a group, it was tough to do a performance. So we're still not doing anything live. Partly just because of the logistics of moving into a space. We would need right now. They're sort of limiting ensembles. So even if because say we have 4 different ensembles for a recital or a concert, we would have to give like a 10 to 15 minutes to sort of clear the stage in between. So we'd end up having like 3 intermissions, each for 10 minutes. So it's not really practical that way. So we're just going to do everything recorded ahead of time, and we'll just do a broadcast this semester. So people that wanted to be in more than one ensemble couldn't be in more than one. They were trying to cut down on just size and everything. So that it's size and exposure for students. So that way, especially at least for music majors, they'd have a major ensemble and then a chamber ensemble on their instrument, and then maybe a world ensemble or a few other things. So they try to keep them down to at least just one ensemble. That way, it spread everybody out, and there was enough students to go around. But at the same point, it kept all the ensembles smaller. That way, we could socially distance in the rooms. I had a number of students in quarantine, throughout the semester, and they would just Zoom in. I'd set up the laptop and just have it in rehearsal, so that they could watch or follow along, or at least when they came back, they wouldn't be too far behind. It certainly caused a lot of issues, and it's in some cases it makes it difficult to rehearse because you never have the same group on a regular basis. I've got always operating at about 85% of the ensemble, and it's not always the same 85%. I've definitely added more sort of supplemental material, I guess, to it, but it's hard to replace really the actual in-person rehearsals. The idea behind the rehearsals is we come in, we learn the instruments, we put everything together. So it's really sort of difficult to replace that with just like, here, watch a video. So I think this year really posed a lot of challenges, but in some ways, it's great to rethink, what we do, how much we should put on a concert, how much we expect of students, and I think it really underscores the value of meeting in person and having things like experiential ensembles where you have to come in and have to have these hands-on activities in order to learn something. While it's all the video and the virtual components are really important or can be important, it still just doesn't replace that in-person interaction.